it is often suggested that the Aam Aadmi Party has grown at the cost of the Congress. Yet, it is believed that Rahul Gandhi was still keen to have some sort of alliance with the AAP in Haryana. That did not happen. Certainly, both parties are part of the India bloc, such as it is after 2024. Now, what happens? Now, is AAP a competitor in the way that it was in Punjab? The Delhi Congress has never been too fond of Kejriwal. The Delhi Congress was the first to raise the issue of this liquor scam, right? Tehseen, what do you make of the resignation?
Drama. And
okay.
Sunday, and I was out for brunch with my little 18-month-old. I had to come back for the television. So you can do this drama on a Monday. Don't do it on a Sunday. You get journalists, you get everyone to work. So look, I follow this thing. One is either pregnant or not pregnant. One is not half pregnant.
Yeah.
So I want to resign after 2 days. I've never understood. You want to resign. I will resign. I challenge the BJP to call elections. I mean, I'm not a supporter of the BJP. I firmly dislike the BJP. How will BJP call elections? You dissolve the assembly, take the appointment of Her Excellency the President or His Excellency the LG, go save the assembly is dissolved. We have a majority, 62, 63 MLAs. Dissolve the assembly. Election Commission will have no choice but to call elections. This business of drama must stop. And now Haryana, Masterstroke, they're going to get less than nota in Haryana. So, look, I
but then where are all these theories that Kejriwal wants to be Chief Minister of Haryana? To be Chief Minister of Haryana, he has to have a spectacularly different performance from last time. The Aam Aadmi Party got less than 1% of the vote, Tehseen.
That's what I'm saying, that they're going to get less than nota. But since I know that Sanjay Hegde on the show loves Galib, I'm going to borrow 2 lines from Galib. Dil ko khush rakhne ke liye Aam Aadmi Party ek khayal acha hai. But they think he'll be why just Haryana Chief Minister? Why not Prime Minister? Why not United Nations Chief? These are all political statements. Look, the bottom line is this. I am telling you, tomorrow 2 things will happen. There is no Atishi becoming Chief Minister. There is no Saurabh Bharadwaj becoming Chief Minister. There is nobody else. There are only 2 people, Mr. Kejriwal or Mrs. Kejriwal. Let's be very clear. Either plan A goes that everyone in that meeting tomorrow will start crying. They will start saying, no, Kejriwal ji, you are our savior. We cannot let you go. Somebody will want to commit suicide. Somebody will want to jump. The people will come. Then there will be some SMS, WhatsApp referendum that is held. And they say, no, Kejriwal ji doesn't have to go. Or the second thing is, the party will unanimously, without any dissent, decide Mrs. Kejriwal will lead them. Anyone else, the party.
She's not an MLA. But she's not an MLA.
So that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. She will lead. And they'll go for elections. Look, there are 2 reasons why this will happen, and your viewers need to understand. The liquor scam was a complete bogus scam, even though I do know Congress did start the initial complaints and BJP went it. And the way Mr. Kejriwal was prosecuted was completely wrong. I stood for his liberty. The problem is something else. If Mr. Kejriwal leaves that Sheesh Mahal, the visuals of Sheesh Mahal are very, very bad. Very bad. A 5 lakh rupee or 8 lakh rupee commode, those 15, 18 lakh rupee curtains, and the BJP and the agencies have a legitimate case there, or at least perceptionally that case will not give him sympathy, as the liquor gate case did give him sympathy. He cannot leave that CM mansion. Trust me on this. Kal yahi hoga, ya to ma'am banegi, ya to sir banege. Sir banenge to everyone will cry and say, no, sir, you can't go. Ma'am banegi, so everyone will decide it's ma'am. There is no third party happening. It is going to be the husband-wife, and they're not going to leave Sheesh Mahal. You must understand the visuals of Sheesh Mahal are very bad for Mr. Kejriwal. They're terribly bad. But I still think the BJP was wrong in prosecuting him, these agencies. The way, and I stood for his liberty, I still stand for his liberty. One last thing. Yesterday, they were all waxing eloquence on how morally upright Mr. Kejriwal is. I don't think he should have resigned when he was Chief Minister. I'm totally for that. But where was this morality? Other people resigned. He didn't resign. Now to come and say, oh, we are morally upright, I think this is trying to just zabardasti create a mahal of morality. There is no morality in this.
Okay, right on cue, we have Siddharth of the Aam Aadmi Party joining us. Siddharth, welcome. You missed Tehseen's kind of opening comments, but basically Tehseen made 2 points. He says it was all drama, और drama करना था तो Monday को क्यों नहीं किया, Sunday को करके सबकी छुट्टी क्यों बर्बाद हुई? पहला question. And second, he believes that no one outside of the Kejriwal family will become Chief Minister. He said it will most likely, according to him, be Sunita Kejriwal, because quote unquote, for anybody else to be in the Sheesh Mahal, I'm quoting Tehseen here, will not go down well. I want your response. If Mr. Kejriwal had to resign, why did he wait 2 days? I know he's sought time with the Lieutenant Governor tomorrow, But what's he waiting for, and how do you respond to Tehseen's point about it being drama and the most likely political inheritor being his wife?
Yeah, I think Barkha, your channel Mojo has a lot of people who want witty replies as well as serious replies. So I'll start with a very witty reply first. Now there is an Aam Jindagi in which somebody resigns from the CM post because the BJP has put you in jail, and then there is something called as a Mentos Jindagi, where the CM resigned from the CM post after defeating BJP in court and coming out of jail. So Arvind Kejriwal is that kind of person. Now I'll come to the substantive part. What has essentially happened is that if you go through the entire case against Arvind Kejriwal, it is very clear that he did not just seek bail from the case. He argued in the court that the arrests were illegal. And in both the CBI and the ED case, the judiciary of this nation has accepted his argument and said that yes, the arrest was illegal. So
no. The Supreme Court was split in that assertion. Justice Bhuyan said it was illegal. The other judge, I think Suryakant, did not say that. Let's be accurate. Siddharth.
So, do you think that what Justice Bhuyan said does not carry any weight?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's a split.
That's what I'm saying.
I said that in my.
So I'm saying. Obviously, I will say what is going for me, right? What is going for me? That is what I will say, and I'm not wrong in that. In the ED case, it was very clear that the arrest was illegal. In the CBI case, also Justice Bhuyan said the arrest is illegal. Now, after defeating BJP in court, Arvind Kejriwal has been accused of something, and a person with a high moral stature and in consonance with the Indian tradition. Indian tradition also says that there is a Maryada Purushottam Ram. So in consonance with that, if Arvind Kejriwal is seeking the mandate of the people, isn't it a golden opportunity for BJP to defeat Mr. Kejriwal? Because Virat Kohli just took off his helmet and has challenged Shoaib Akhtar to bounce him out. So what is stopping Shoaib Akhtar from bouncing him out? The countdown to BJP's all talk and no walk is on notice as we speak.
Okay, you have drawn many interesting analogies. One with Bhagwan Ramji and the other with Virat Kohli. May I just ask you who is Shoaib Akhtar before Tehseen? I know Tehseen is itching to come in, and as are the others. Virat Kohli to समझ में आया आप कह रहे हैं केजरीवाल जी हैं. Shoaib Akhtar कौन है इस analogy में? Siddharth?
BJP ecosystem.
BJP ecosystem is Shoaib Akhtar. All right, Tehseen, you. Okay. Tehseen, you go first, then Mr. Tayal. Okay, boliye. Tehseen ji.
No, can I just complete in 10 seconds? I came in late.
Okay.
I'll come to the substantive part here is that there is something, Barkha, we all know there is something called as politics and there is something called as policy. In India today, it has become politics heavy and policy light. What Arvind Kejriwal is saying is that he has taken a courageous stand. He has taken a gutsy stand. He has taken not just a morally good stand. It is also a politically and sensible stand, logical stand. He is saying for the past 10 years, Aam Aadmi Party and I have delivered X, Y, Z to the people of Delhi, be it free electricity, be it education, be it healthcare, be it mohalla clinics, be it women travel, be it senior citizens Tirth Yatra. So मैंने कुछ काम किया है. I have done certain policies. So I am seeking your blessings on the base of those policies. So end of politics, start of policy. I think that is what the change has happened. I'll just 10 seconds. This is what has happened after the resignation. But before the resignation, we have to understand that Arvind Kejriwal staying in jail for 200 days, it has effectively put a lid on BJP's Operation Lotus forever in India, because henceforth, no chief minister will be under pressure to resign just because BJP hoisted a case on him.
Okay. I think Tehseen was very keen to respond. Siddharth, I don't know, vanished. I'm sure he'll reconnect. Maybe his network just went in a burst of excitement. Tehseen, two analogies there. One is Lord Ram. One is like I can see him reconnecting. One is Bhagwan Ramji. He said this is in the best Indian traditions. It's like Maryada Purushottam Ram, who went into exile. And the other is cricketing analogy. Virat Kohli vis-a-vis Shoaib Akhtar. Quick response because Dr. Tayal and Sanjay are waiting. Yes.
Maryada Purushottam Lord Ram, when his father Raja Dashrath asked him to go for Vanvas and go into exile, didn't say I'll go after 2 days. उसी वक्त चले गए. उन्होंने बोला आई एम गोइंग राइट नाउ. इनफैक्ट द फादर सेड आप चाहते तो यू कैन ब्रेक द प्रॉमिस, यू कैन नॉट डू इट. ही सेज नो, रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आए, प्राण जाए पर वचन न चाहे. ही वेंट राइट अवे. He didn't say 2 days later I'm going, I will call an executive meeting, I will check who is in my thing. He left then and there. Bharat had to come following Lord Ram. Please, if you don't compare Kejriwal to Lord Ram, at least use the analogy. It is Ravan who refused to give up the throne. Please, and I don't want to compare Kejriwal ji to Ravan, just to tell you in mythology, that's what happened. But let me come to the second thing. We are like Virat Kohli, we are challenging Shoaib Akhtar to come bounce us out. Arey bhaiya, pehle pitch pe aao na. If you can say anything in the studio of yours, it's like MMA. Or it's like boxing. I'm challenging Mike Tyson to fight. But first come in the boxing ring, wear your trunks and come in the boxing ring. The fact is, if you wanted an election, you would have dissolved the assembly, and the election commission is duty bound to call an election. All the experts here, irrespective of the ideology.
I will ask Sanjay. I will ask Sanjay that,
That's
because the election commission is not duty bound to do it conveniently alongside Maharashtra. The election commission is not duty bound to do that. It's duty bound to do it within a finite amount of time. Delhi elections are anyway in February. So there's a question mark there, and I'm sure Sanjay will take that on. Dr. Tayal, your BJP ecosystem is being compared to Shoaib Akhtar vis-a-vis Kejriwal's Virat Kohli. The Ram that has often been at the centerpiece of your politics. Today, the Aam Aadmi Party is quoting that, drawing analogies there. Your comments?
Thoughts come to mind. One, I had never thought that a day will come when I'll be agreeing with Tehseen. Today is one such day. Second, Siddharth said, let me start with with something witty, and then I'll come to the serious part. I think
yes.
He forgot to bring in the serious part. All that he said was jokes.
Okay.
And the only joke which I don't appreciate in this country is somebody like Mr. Kejriwal or whoever comparing himself to Lord Ram. I think that is best left aside. I mean, even Tehseen was careful enough not to call him Ravan. So we will avoid doing that. But at the same time, for somebody stepping out of jail and to compare himself to Lord Ram, I think is a little far too much. And Siddharth should certainly take back what he has, this comparison that he has made. Now, let us understand one thing which he said very repeatedly, that Kejriwal, after defeating BJP, now I don't understand, how did Kejriwal defeat BJP? How and where? I mean, this is a case that was filed. It is before the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is giving the ruling on it. If the Supreme Court and the way it has been said, he has defeated the BJP. He's come out as if he's been absolved, and everything is all hunky dory. He's just been given bail. So, like yesterday, somebody was saying a jail CM, a bail CM, and now a khel CM. It is something of that kind. So nothing has happened. I mean, he's just been given bail. Ki bhai election hai, tum keh rahe ho ki jaake, I have to do convincing. So okay.
But isn't it smarter? Isn't it smarter than, let's just argue this once from Kejriwal's thinking. Isn't it smarter than staying as Chief Minister, having every day you and Tehseen say, you have lost the moral right to be Chief Minister? What he's actually doing here is saying legally the case chal raha hai. The moral verdict is going to come from the Janta. I mean, it's a fair enough move as political moves go. Of course, it's a political move, but it's a fair enough move as politics goes.
So, Barkha, the moment you started, one of the first sentence that you said was, right after he was released from the jail, he said that I'm going to be doing this. No, it didn't happen right after. It happened after a long meeting with Abhishek Manu Singhvi. So, there was an extended meeting with Abhishek Manu Singhvi. What can I do? Can I stay put somehow? When Abhishek said, buddy, no scene, you can't stay, it is good to leave. So then it was not promptly and immediately after. Now, the other thing which Tehseen said, very correctly, I mean, all the conjectures about everybody else are going nowhere. It is him or her. Very, very clearly. We need to understand the man. The man, I mean, there was somebody who said, I don't recall who, probably Kumar Vishwas or somebody, I don't remember exactly, who said he desperately wanted to be CM of Punjab. Actually, he had said something more than that, which I'm leaving out. We all know it, but I'll leave that out for now. And today we have a Gurpatwant Pannu who is saying he's taken 16 million from me. That is the kind of accusations that are flying fast and thick. Now, in that sort of a situation, let me give you, because I come from Punjab, let me give you something to understand the psyche of the man. Mr. Sidhu wanted to be the CM of Punjab and he wanted to join AAP for that. But when he wanted to come to AAP, he was told no, because agar wo AAP ka CM, Punjab ka CM ban gaya, I am only CM of half a state, he'll be CM of a full state. So he's going to take over Aam Aadmi Party, and suddenly he backtracked. So he is trusting nobody. Even Manish Sisodia has been sorted out even before, in the same statement, Manish Sisodia has been sorted out because he is somebody who could have been a challenge that, okay, Manish and me have decided neither of us is coming in. So let us understand that primarily this is for to distribute, and this time, what Tehseen was asking, why not, ask for polls? Because this is the time. In the last so much, you haven't done a thing. Now is the time to go quickly and distribute some reveries so as try to build some case to be able to contest an election, because today you don't have any.
Okay. Now you have brought in Gurpatwant Pannu, and I'm, for this purpose of this show, I'm not going to sort of get into that debate because it will take us into some completely different direction. We'll have a different show on that. Sanjay, there are legal and political questions for you, right? As far as I understand, there is legally no bar on Kejriwal remaining as Chief Minister, even though the Supreme Court has held, as it did the last time, that he can't sign files and he can't attend office. But this was a Chief Minister who anyway held no portfolios. Right, so he had an unusual arrangement with the government in any case. Dr. Tayal seems to indicate that may have been the reason that Singhvi would have told him that, boss, aap nikal hi jao. I think it's purely a political move. I don't think he's made a legal move here. And as politics goes, I think both Tehseen and Dr. Tayal raised this point. Why doesn't he just dissolve the assembly and ask for fresh elections? Let's say tomorrow, after he submits his resignation to the governor, he does precisely that. What then happens? From a legal point of view, the Election Commission isn't obliged to hold the elections immediately or alongside Maharashtra or any of that, which are the theories that are being circulated. Sanjay.
Well, there are several things to unpack. Firstly, I don't think Dr. Singhvi would have told him, look, your position is untenable or anything. That was a condition of the bail. Those conditions could have been relaxed. And that I don't think played any factor whatsoever. If ever there was any opinion sought from Dr. Singhvi, it possibly would have been, if I announce my resignation, is the Lieutenant Governor bound to dissolve the assembly, or will there be other problems and things like that. Now here is where things might get interesting. A mere resignation does not dissolve the assembly. A chief minister resigns, another chief minister can come in.
Right.
The question is whether there will be a recommendation to dissolve the assembly. And if that recommendation is made, and supposing the Lieutenant Governor, for whatever reasons, now we are all into uncharted territory here, constitutionally speaking. Supposing the Lieutenant Governor were to say that no, for X, Y, Z reasons, I think that the assembly should continue, because after all, you're not a full state. I am more than a governor. So, what would happen?
What is that? What do you mean? What do you mean? He'll say I'm more than a governor. What does that mean?
Of course, the Lieutenant Governor is not like an ordinary governor of any other state who is only the head of the state and is bound by cabinet advice on everything. The Lieutenant Governor has much more discretion. The Lieutenant Governor of Delhi has much more discretion under the NCT Act. And those questions keep being agitated in the Supreme Court. So, would he be bound by the advice of the Chief Minister or not? There is a constitutionally grey area. If the assembly is dissolved, then yes, the Election Commission would have to announce elections in reasonable time. But given all these questions, I doubt that anybody will give Mr. Kejriwal an easy pass for X, Y, or Z reason. As far as the politics and optics are concerned, then Mr. Poonawala and the political people are better qualified. But at the end of the day, Kejriwal has resigned earlier, come back, So I don't think resignation is that big a thing for him. And one thought that came to me was, pardon the language, but it was from Harry Truman, President of the United States, who sometimes said it's better that he's inside the tent doing it out rather than outside the tent doing it in.
Right.
So here, once you leave him out of the system, once he's a free bird, he might create more problems for the BJP than if he were to continue as CM.